Already know this, but Facebook is a super powerful tool, right? Facebook has more data on you guys. What, dude? That was, I think it was a shoe fell or something. One of your shoes. That shit scared me, I'm not gonna lie. So should you get started with Facebook ads or Instagram shoutouts with Shopify dropshipping? For those of you guys that don't know me, my name is Juan Valdez, and if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button, join the VFam. The VFam is a community and a movement of people that are aspiring to do a lot more than what society has out for us to do. So when we first got started, what I mean we is me, my business partner Samir. When we first got started in e-commerce and dropshipping, we actually got started with Facebook ads for our marketing, our marketing method. I'm not biased compared to, whether you should only do Facebook ads or only do Instagram shoutouts. I actually think you guys should do both. They're both great opportunities, but I do think that there are, somewhat of perks of doing one compared to the other, and just some things that you should know, when you're first getting started. When I first got started in e-commerce and dropshipping, me and my business partner Samir, we actually got started with Facebook ads, right? That's how we mainly drove traffic to our stores and our websites. I'm not biased when it comes to, whether you guys should start with, specifically Facebook ads and only do Facebook ads or Instagram shoutouts and only do Instagram shoutouts. I believe that you guys should take advantage of both because they're both great marketing opportunities. So when it comes to Facebook ads, a lot of you guys may or may not know, but it is a super powerful tool. Facebook actually has more data about you and I than we both have. They know, our daily habits, they know the things we like, they know the things that we do. They even know as much as how much we spend on our credit cards. It's crazy. All this data they actually accumulated because they buy data from a lot of different companies, and that's why they're such a powerful resource and why they're one of the biggest companies in the world. The only thing is, obviously, when you have such a powerful tool, usually when you have any really good resource that's like obviously excellent and really useful to your business, usually it's not as easy to learn, right? It's not something that you could just go and in a few hours you got it down and boom, you're ready to try it out. It's something that it is a little bit harder to learn compared to like Instagram influencer shoutouts, but it's a skill that if you do learn it, it's a very valuable skill set. It's a skill set that not only you can apply into your business, but you can also then apply it to any other businesses that you're planning on, running as well. Because at some point in time, those businesses are going to need to get more clients, more customers, and more traffic. So how are you going to do that? Well, one of the ways that you can actually do it nowadays is with Facebook ads, because it's, it's one of the best ways to actually advertise. There's a lot more being spent, with Facebook advertising than there is in a lot of other places. Once you start running your advertising, let's say if your budget, you start off with $100 a day. And fun fact, I'm actually not a Facebook ad expert. I'm actually simply just, repeating the information that I actually learned from him. If you guys want to learn a lot more about Facebook ads, Facebook training, you can actually check out my business partner Samir's channel. This is actually his channel here. His channel, you can actually learn a lot more about Facebook ads. He actually learned from Steven. Steven's actually an absolute savage. This guy was doing about $1 million a month with affiliate marketing, and a lot of his traffic, or almost all his traffic, was from Facebook ads. So he taught a lot of Samir of what he knows. And the reason why we got started with Facebook ads is honestly because Samir already had some experience with it, and he had already, obviously he had some mentorship. For sure, one of the other reasons why we chose it is because it's very scalable, right? Super scalable. And what I mean by that again is, we know for a fact that if our budget's $100 and we're making double or triple on our money, we know for a fact that we can just simply increase our budget to now $200 a day for a budget, and we can expect to make $300 or $400, on the return on that same investment. And that's what we like about, Facebook ads, because we can basically control it as to every single time that we're, investing, let's say $100 or $200 into our daily budget, we can pretty much expect the outcome based on, different things, different metrics. But once you figure out that, that campaign is profitable and it makes sense, all you have to do is, rather than just spending $100 or $200, you can now scale up gradually. Now, when it comes down to Instagram influencers, first of all, Instagram and their platform has about 800 million daily users. I actually got that from an article from Business Insider. Obviously, any platform that has 800 million daily users that has getting that much attention has to be, obviously utilized. So you guys want to make sure you're taking advantage of all the traffic they're already getting. Now, one of my favorite parts about Instagram influencers is that you can get started with a much cheaper budget than Facebook ads, let's say. We've gotten Instagram shoutouts for as cheap as $25, and I've seen people get even free Instagram shoutouts. So you can there's a way you can actually finesse and work your way around where you can actually get free shoutouts. And obviously, if you can't get them for free, you can definitely define your budget, but definitely get shoutouts for a really cheap price. So that's one of the best parts I like about Instagram shoutouts, that you can use that and take advantage of, getting shoutouts for a cheaper budget. The reason why that's important to, start off your Instagram shoutouts or start testing your products in your store with cheaper budgets is because you want to be able to test your products spending the least amount as possible, right? So I'm a huge fan of building backend systems. If you guys didn't already watch my video on building effective strategy for your Shopify dropshipping business for 2018, make sure you check out that video. I talk about, the backend strategy, how to build a backend system into your Shopify business so that you're able to get repeat customers and how you can really maximize in the long time value of each customer, right? We're gonna do Facebook ads, if we're gonna do Instagram, we start off all our Facebook ads, when I'm asking Samir, when he's about to launch, like what's the budget looking like, what are the metrics, he says we always start off with $5 to $10 budgets max, and the reason why is because we want to be able to get data and traction on the product, so without spending as much as possible, because there's no need to spend $100 a day when you can get similar data for $5 a day. So you can spend less, get better data. You can find out if the product is getting traction, the kind of response it's getting from from the marketplace and things like that. For those of you guys that don't know what Instagram shoutouts is, basically when you have these pages, they're usually based specifically around like traveling. So usually these pages have a huge influence on their followers that they have, because obviously when people come to these pages and they follow these pages, specifically travel pages, they're going there for a reason. Obviously they like the page, what it has to offer and things like that. So usually those are called influencer Instagram accounts. Now basically the way that it works is, you guys have probably already seen it, you'll have them post usually an Instagram shout out, like somebody would reach out to them, they'll set up a deal within a product, they'll set up an ad with ad copy in it, and then they would post that product on their Instagram page, obviously because they have a huge following for their followers to see. And usually if the product makes sense and it's congruent, then it results in obviously whoever the supplier is or the seller to obviously making sales. So same thing with you guys, you'd find a huge page, whatever niche you're in, a huge page in that niche, obviously you'd message them, find out what kind of offers you can make them, what kind of deal you can get, and then from there they'd put the post up. And obviously from there, depending on how many people see it, time of the day, the engagement, there's a lot of different factors. I can actually make a complete video just on the factors that you should use to find Instagram influencers. But basically they put the post up, and then obviously your goal is to make sales from it. So obviously the goal, again, the reason why I'm a huge fan is because you can start off with a much cheaper budget. Again, you want to test for as little as possible. You want to get data and find out if it's a good product without spending as much. That way you can allocate your budget to obviously the good products and you can scale those up. One of the biggest factors within Facebook marketing is actually this Facebook pixel. And the way I understand Facebook pixel is that it's like a little cookie that you put in people's pockets whenever they come to your website, and that you can then use to follow them all over the internet. So the reason why this is huge is because obviously your Facebook pixel is a huge asset you're gonna have. But Instagram influencer shoutouts are a great way to get started, because basically you're gonna make, after you're able to get this shout out going, you're gonna have people come into your website. Either they're gonna buy or they're not, but the fact that they're coming to your website, that cookie is then going to be on their page, and now you're going to be able to retarget them. And basically, the more data you feed your Facebook pixel, the more advanced it gets. I wanted to just include one website you guys can actually, just a fun tip I wanted to leave you guys with. One website you can actually use to find Instagram influencers for your page is Shoutcart. I've actually used it before, and it's a great resource that'll help you narrow down the different influencers there is, the ones for any niche or any passion, things like that. It'll actually save you the time and efforts of having to search them, on your own time on Instagram and things like that. They pretty much put it together. So again, for you guys, I wanted to kind of just make this video to kind of just go over the, between Facebook ads and Instagram shoutouts. Now, the other thing is with Instagram shoutouts, the only thing that I'm not a huge fan of is the fact that how scalable it is, right? So obviously these different influencers only have a certain amount of reach. There's a lot of different factors that goes into it, but if you pay $25 for an Instagram shout out and you make 100, the only thing I like about Instagram shoutouts is that it's not always the same. So you can't guarantee that if you put in another 100, you're gonna make another $25, you're gonna make another 100, right? That's not how it usually is, because these pages do have optimal amount of reach, because they do have a certain amount of followers and a certain amount of reach, like I said. So that's the only thing I don't like as much about Instagram influencers. I mean, I personally still use them, so I'd recommend you guys to as well, because it's still another good opportunity right now. Actually, you can actually take advantage and get a lot of Instagram shoutouts for really cheap, because right now influencers are still learning about the value that they have over their audience, right? So right now is a good time to take advantage of it. Now, just because it isn't scalable doesn't mean it's not a good opportunity. So I would definitely take advantage of it. Take advantage of the pricing that you can get, because in the future, Instagram influencer shoutouts or influencer shoutouts overall are gonna get a lot more expensive, and you probably won't be able to get as much of a return. If you got any value from this video, make sure you leave me with a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. Let me know if you'd like to see any more Instagram shoutout videos, Facebook ad videos. For the Facebook ad videos, make sure you go to my business partner, Samir Chibanes, his YouTube channel. He has great content on Facebook ads. He's actually gonna be the one that's gonna be able to show you guys, how to take your Facebook ads campaigns to the next level. So make sure you check out his page. And also, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button, join the V fam, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.